Hi folks, and welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Yes, kind of a sort of alert, something to at least pay attention to. Another major escalation in the Middle East, this time between Israel and Lebanon. Israel struck a target inside Beirut, Lebanon, this afternoon. And a few people were killed. They're claiming some children were also killed. Potentially, a top leader of Hezbollah was killed and several other injured. This is a developing story, and so by the time you watch this video, who knows? I'm sure there's something new, something different, maybe, you know, an even bigger escalation. But the reason why this is kind of a significant event is that in the last several days, Lebanon, Hezbollah, Turkey, Iran, they've all either flat out said or at least insinuated that Beirut, Lebanon would be the red line. That Israel, if they were to strike a target inside Beirut, that would be an immediate escalation to war. Since this has happened, there are ships, U.S. Navy ships moving towards the coast of Lebanon. Turkey has alerted part of its military to be on standby. Israel has told its citizens in northern part of Israel to start seeking shelters. They've opened up all the bomb shelters in that area. Things appear to be escalating. Now, we've seen escalations before. I mean, my goodness, in the last few years, it's just one thing after another that appears to put us on the very edge, the very brink of World War III, right? I mean, we've all seen that kind of stuff before. This is not new to us. And maybe this is just another one of those things that, you know, like several weeks ago when Israel and Iran looked like that they were going to go to war with each other, and then it just kind of fizzled out. Like it was, you know, negotiated or whatever, and it was fizzled out. I think it was probably, I think someone was manipulating, controlling things, but hey, whatever. This could be another one of those things. It could just kind of fizzle out, but it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. It looks like that we are seeing a major shift in the war that's going on over there. Will it go beyond just some increase in attacks from either side, or are we going to see a full all-out war? Israel has said in the last few days that they don't want this to be an all-out war. But, you know, at this point, who knows what's going to happen? The United States, China, Russia, they've all been warning that this could spiral out of control and become more than just a regional war, that it could become even World War III. And, you know, there's so much stuff going on. I just made a video over on Locals saying a lot of the same things that I'm saying today here, but I also talked about personal things and that kind of stuff, which is common over on Locals. So if you want to see a little bit more personal side, hear a little bit more about my day, and when things happen, I'm much more free. It's a free speech platform over there. I can say what I want. There's a link down in the description, or maybe it'll be in a pinned comment or something if you want to go join that. But, you know, we have seen just, especially recently, just a series of events that are starting to, it's overwhelming, okay? And if you try to take it all in, you may just become, you know, numb to it. And I think that's what a lot of people, they're hearing this stuff. They're becoming so used to hearing conflicts in other countries, riots, potential revolutions, violence. This country is about to attack this country is getting ready to go to war against this country. All of this kind of stuff is becoming pretty commonplace. And what happens is that most people just kind of disconnect from it. And they hear this kind of stuff, and you know, it's like the boy that cried wolf, right? They stop reacting to it until it actually does happen. And then when it does happen, people tend to overreact to it because they think, oh my goodness, I didn't prepare for this. I wasn't ready for this. And now it's happening. I've got to, you know, hurry up and get ready. I've got to go out in this panic and do whatever I need to do, whether it's purchase things, you know, whatever it is. And so that's the thing that I'm the most concerned with in the immediate. Now, there's certainly other things to be concerned with down the road, but I think right now the immediate concern for us as Americans is that, probably along with the very real possibility or increased possibility of some type of terrorist attack here on U.S. soil, whether it be through cyber or conventional traditional attack. But the fact that people could panic, that people could, you know, realize that, oh my goodness, it's happening and I've done nothing to prepare. Now I need to run out and do things. That's what happened during the COVID pandemic. People ignored and ignored and ignored until all of a sudden the government got everyone in a big, you know, huff and puff and scared. And that's when we saw the ridiculous long lines and restrictions and people buying baskets full of toilet paper and all that other stuff. That's part of being prepared, is to stay ahead of that, is to be ahead of that curve. Will just a increased conflict in the Middle East cause that? That on its own, probably not. That's just my opinion. I think if Israel and Lebanon even fully admit that they go against each other, a full-scale war, I don't think that the American people will react too differently from that. But I think there would be more, you know, riots, protests supporting one side versus the other. Prices of things could change pretty dramatically. There are things that could happen, and that's what we need to be ready. And then also the possibility of a terrorist attack. If we start showing, which it appears, and we've already said we would, and we've already done it in the past, that we start supporting Israel, it's always potential for Islamic terrorists that are in this country, and we know that they're in this country, to start activating themselves and doing what they're here to do. That's when the panic starts kicking in. That's when people start, you know, oh my goodness, this is real. This is affecting me. This is hurting me. This is happening in my town. This is happening, you know, it's affecting my money. It's affecting whatever, or it looks like it's going to get worse. You know, World War III happens and all this kind of stuff. It's really bad. It's the same thing, like I've said, when a nuke, even if a nuke doesn't hit U.S. soil, if a nuclear bomb is detonated purposefully somewhere, you better be ready, because it's very possible that a portion of the population is just going to react. They're going to panic. They're going to run out and stock up on things. Not everyone, but a good amount of people. And then again, that nuke does not have to be detonated on U.S. soil. Just the fact that it would be detonated would be enough to cause a lot of people to panic. And so that's what we need to be kind of paying attention to and trying to stay ahead of the curve. That's what's going on right now. It's possible that it will de-escalate. It's possible that it's hype for nothing. It doesn't look like that right now. It looks like things are going to go full scale, but we don't know yet. But we do know that we need to get ready for it. We do know that we need to stock up on it. Keeping your fuel tanks topped off, making sure you have the basic things, the basic daily things. You know, do you have your water supply? Do you have toiletry items? You know, toilet paper. I'm not saying go out and buy it by the case and truckload, but do you have that kind of stuff? You know, do you have enough food on hand to at least get you through a few weeks of emergency? And of course, you should have way more than a few weeks worth of food. When I say a few weeks, I mean, do you have food that you can eat fairly easily? You know, is all your food is it all labor intensive to prepare it? Do you have to have a lot of ingredients to prepare it? Or do you have at least, 3 or 4 weeks worth of food that you can readily eat? Some type of emergency food, whatever it is. Would not be a bad idea to have something like that. Are you stocked up on your ammunition, medical supplies, all those basics that you know about, that you're familiar with? How's your vehicle condition? We're obviously in summer. I mean, it's like 105, 108 degrees heat index today. Some of you I know are way hotter. But fall's not too far away. the election's in the fall and then winter comes. You know, what are you looking like for that? Do you have stockpile of firewood? You know, now's the time to be getting your firewood, not in November when the prices are going up and people are needing it. Right now, or maybe it's propane. I just talked to someone today, you know, they were ordering their propane for the winter. Now's the time to do that. It's cheaper typically right now. What about winter coats, winter socks? I know this sounds a little on the lame side, but my point is that looking at everything that's going on, Middle East stuff, other wars, election, potential pandemic, economic problems that are, you know, on the edge of happening, it could be a rough winter. It really could be. It could be a rough winter for a lot of people. Are you ready for that? It's colder. You can't just run out and, you know, eat stuff that's growing outside, all that kind of stuff. So are you getting ready for that? You getting stocked up for those kinds of things? This is the kind of stuff that you folks need to all be thinking. I know most of you, at least hopefully most of you, already think these ways. But this is something everybody right now within the sound of my voice needs to be figuring out, coming up with a plan, knowing what you're doing, and then doing that stuff on a daily basis. I mean, by the time I release this video this afternoon or evening, who knows what's happening? It could have been maybe already at war by the time you watch this video. Or at least Israel could be in Lebanon. These things could happen quickly. And again, I've said it quite a bit here lately, but it's true. We're less than 100 days away from the election. So you need to be pretty active right now, taking account of what you have, what you need to be doing, what you need to be learning, what you need to be practicing on, all that kind of stuff. Because that 100 days, that less than 100 days is going to fly by. It really is. And then we don't know what's going to happen. Probably not anything good at all. But it doesn't hurt to start getting ready for it right now. So you need to be every day. This whole Israel-Lebanon thing, it really does look like things could escalate. It also looks like it could have some, you know, biblical prophecy fulfillment to it. You know, with Turkey and Iran potentially getting involved. It's possible. In Russia, all of that. We will see. You know, don't panic yourself. I'm not saying you should go out and, you know, go into this panic mode, but I think you need to kind of increase things right now because it is a serious alert. It is something that's a serious escalation, and we need to be ready for it. By getting your houses in order, preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.